Once upon a time, in the deep and mysterious ocean, our little friend Nemo, the curious clownfish, found himself on an exciting adventure. He was swimming with his old pals, Dory, the forgetful yet optimistic blue tang, and Squirt, the adventurous little sea turtle. They were exploring the depths of the ocean where dark blues and mysterious shadows danced around them, like wisps of magical currents. As they ventured further, they stumbled upon three gigantic shapes looming closer. Oh no! Sharks! Nemo thought, his heart beating faster. But as the figures emerged from the shadows, it turned out not to be a scene of danger, but rather one of surprise. It was Bruce, the friendly grand white shark, with his buddies Anchor, the cheerful hammerhead shark, and Chum, the lively mako shark. Contrary to what one might fear about sharks, these three had big, friendly smiles plastered on their faces. "Hello there," Bruce called merrily, his voice echoing through the water. "No need to worry. We've come in peace. We're part of the Fish Are Friends, Not Food Club." Relieved to hear those words, Nemo smiled back. "Hi, Bruce. Good to see you. We're on an adventure. You want to join?" Anchor laughed, his eyes squinting with joy. "An adventure? Count us in. What are we looking for?" Dory, with her ever-enthusiastic demeanor, piped up. "We're looking for the golden shell." "Golden shell? Sounds intriguing," Chum said, doing a little twirl in the water. As the group swam along, their eyes suddenly caught sight of a glowing golden shell resting gently on a rock. The light from the shell made it sparkle like a treasure lost. But this treasure was not unguarded. It was watched over by a humongous crab, big enough to cast a blanket of shadow across the rock. The crab was fast asleep, and his gigantic claws relaxed, yet still intimidating. "Sho," whispered Squirt. "We don't want to wake up Monsieur Krabby if we want to get to the shell." Nemo, Dory, Squirt, and their new shark friends had to be as quiet as seahorses. Suddenly, Dory had an idea. "Why don't we sing a little lullaby so the crab stays asleep?" Everyone nodded in agreement, with Bruce leading the song. "Sleep, crab, sleep, keep dreaming of the sea, while we take this shell and swim with glee." They sang softly, with Dory adding her fun jingles and Squirt strumming along with his fins. Slowly, they managed to reach the shell, and with teamwork, they lifted it gently off the rock. "We've got it," said Nemo as he looked at his friends, their eyes glowing with accomplishment. And as the golden shell gleamed in their hands, they knew this was just another step in their fantastic underwater journey, where friendship and adventure continued to weave stories with endless surprises. They swam back to the coral reefs with joy, not just because they conquered a big challenge, but because their friendship grew even bigger and stronger.